Hey guys, welcome back to Delaware Acre. I recorded this video around January, middle of January, and it was a little inspired by the fact that a lot of people that I follow, a lot of channels that I follow on social media between YouTube and Instagram are doing the pantry challenge during usually, I think it's during January or February. It's kind of like a no spend challenge where it's not necessarily a challenge to not spend any money. It's a challenge to use what you have in your pantry to make meals and to make sure that it doesn't go to waste what you have here in your pantry. And a lot of people that homestead or do a lot of home food preservation use this time of year to create meals based on what they have in their pantry, whether you grew it yourself or you just purchased it and preserved it yourself. So I have these tomato cans that you see me inverting up and down from a few years ago, and I had every intention of using them to make like soups or use it for soup bases or chili or some beef stews or even some pasta sauces or even pizza sauces. But I have done all that, and my family does not prefer to have tomato-based products made by me. So I have tried extensively. I've tried all kinds of different recipes, and I actually don't even can tomato sauce anymore. I just make salsa, and I can always link that video down below. But I do make a salsa that everyone seems to like, so I have just been using my tomatoes for that. And in this video, I am attempting to, I make some tomato soup. I just found a recipe quick online and wanted to try to use these up. Thought it would use more tomatoes than it does, and it does not. So yeah. And when I open my cans, I always listen for that popping sound or that nice seal. And I usually check the lids just to see if there's any mold or anything on there. I give it a good sniff test, and you can definitely tell when your produce goes bad. You can definitely tell when something is rancid and you do not want to put that in your body or in your mouth. So yeah, I opened this little pint of tomato sauce that I think it says it's reduced down, and those little black dots, that's not mold, but those black dots are seeds, and they do not look appetizing, and I couldn't get past it. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this sauce. I didn't want to waste it, but I just could not bring myself to actually use it, so I did discard it. I put it actually into my compost bin. And the beginning of this recipe is to saute your onions in butter, and I can't get past how beautiful this butter looks. It's I think it's all grass-fed organic butter. I think it might be is it from Costco? It might be from Costco or from Azure. Either way, it just, even on video, it just looks so good. Not many people would use a red onion for tomato soup, but that's all I have. And again, just trying to use up things that are in my pantry. And yeah, so that's what I had, and I went ahead and used it. There's just something about the sizzle of onions in butter in a cast iron or enameled cast iron like what I'm using here. It just, call it ASMR or call it satisfying. I don't care what you call it, but I love the sound of it and it tastes good. I am also using the garlic that I preserved that we grew together in the garden, and I have it actually preserved in vinegar, and it's been in my fridge. I'm hoping that the vinegar doesn't come through on the garlic. It doesn't taste really pickled. I'm hoping that I can't really taste it. But this is the garlic that I have. And again, I wanted to use it up, and I have not been using my garlic. So I don't have garlic in the ground right now. And I think I'll be okay without garlic this year. I'm not really sure. I might have to buy some when I make my big salsa canning, but I also not sure if I'm going to do that because I have overflow from last year still. And I'm just adding a little salt and pepper here. Then the tomatoes. I was hesitant because it looks like this all isn't going to fit into this Dutch oven, and I just went for it anyway and just poured them all in there. I know that this tomato sauce is very watery, so I was going to let this cook down quite a bit too. Chicken broth from this past October also. Got a nice pop there on the lid. Give it a good sniff and dump it in and stir it. And if you can believe it, I have to use store-bought basil. After everything that I've grown this year and preserved, I did not preserve any basil. So store-bought basil it is, and yeah, it is what it is. Using up what I have, right? Going to give this a good stir and bring it up to, it's supposed to be a simmer, but I always go beyond that and do a rolling boil, and then I'll bring it back down. After the soup reduces down quite a bit, I went ahead and used the immersion blender, made it nice and smooth. I poured myself a little bowl full here, and something was just not quite right. It was still very acidic tasting. So again, I'm not that great with tomato-based products, so I did end up adding a little bit of sugar, and then I ended up putting a little bit of cream or milk in there, and then also some Parmesan cheese, and it tasted delicious. Highly recommend. And just wanted to say thanks for hanging out in the kitchen again, and a nice quick little video. And if you guys are doing a pantry challenge or using up your pantry items, comment below, let me know. And yeah, feed your family good food. And yeah, thanks for watching, and hope you're well. Till the next video, take care. Bye.